But this is huge. This is massive for the African continent. And I think the fact that an African has been able to overcome the odds and has been able to achieve a refinery plant, which is the biggest in the world. It's something that we may have never fathomed about. So we think that that's one of the things that we should appreciate, applaud, and embrace. The fact that Afro-pessimism is something that is going to be repelled by actions that are taken by people like Mr. Dangote. Mr. Dangote's refinery plant is capable of processing 650,000 barrels of crude oil daily, on a daily basis. 650,000. This man must be really applauded. He will also be producing fertilizers as part of that project. So this problem of the shortage of fertilizers and the rising prices of fertilizers as a consequence of the conflict between Ukraine and Russia will be something of the past going forward because of what Mr. Dangote has done. And I think as South Africans, not only because we are part of Africa, but because Mr. Dangote is investing in creating jobs here in South Africa, we should take cognizance of his bravery and his ability to overcome the odds and building this massive, huge, unparalleled, unequaled refinery plant, which is gigantic. It is estimated that the cost was about 15 billion US dollars. It is based in Nigeria at the Lekki Free Trade Zone. And I think as the portfolio committee, we may want to mandate our chairperson to speak to our ambassador there so that we can also send a message of congratulations to Mr. Dangote for what he has done. So he has done something which even the states, all the 54 states combined in the African continent could not do. Combined, all of them. Whether through the AU coming together and say, maybe we must establish this state-owned interstate refinery plant. So I just thought we need to recognize the good that is coming from the African continent and not only talk wars and all other problems that we face. Not that they are not important. The other development is our own president, Ramaphosa. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday in Lesotho, working on this massive, huge water project, which is a consequence of an agreement between South Africa and Lesotho to make sure that we get some of our water in South Africa from Lesotho. So those are some of the good news that are coming out of the African continent. There are many, but I won't be going into some of them. Lubabalo, can you read the agenda of today to us?
Good morning, Church, and honorable members. Today, Chairperson, we are considering and adopting minutes and a report of the Portfolio Committee Chairperson. I'll just share the dates and the dates of the minutes and the report that the committee will be considering, Chairperson. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, there is the agenda of today. Is the mover for adoption?
Honorable Mpanza, I move, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mpanza. There's somebody saying Chairperson. I can't see who is that. Yes, whoever was saying Chairperson. Thanks, Honorable Mpanza.
Agenda.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Mkosi. Thank you very much. Is there an objection, honorable members, to the adoption of the agenda? It doesn't look like we've got an objection. Apologies, Luba. Luba, do we have apologies?
Thank you, Chair. We have one apology, Chair, from Honorable Mishra. He won't be able to join the meeting today.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair.
All right, let's proceed. The first set of minutes is the 8th of March. Before we proceed, I found this practice to be like that when I was brought to this committee, that the minutes get to be piled up and they will be adopted at some point. I thought the easiest way will be every next meeting weekly when we sit, we must have the minutes. So that's how we found things, and maybe we must leave them as they are. Yes, look, the first minutes is the 8th of March. My assumption is that members have gone through the minutes. Honorable members, are there issues that we think require correction, amplification, or change in the minutes? Okay, we don't seem to be having anything. Do we have a mover for adoption of the minutes as a true reflection of the proceedings of the Portfolio Committee meeting on the 8th of March, 2023?
I propose that we accept, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nkosi. Are you seconding?
Chair, I second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there any objection, honorable members? No objection. Lubabalo, the second set of minutes.
Thank you, Chair. We have the 22nd of March, 2023.
Thank you, honorable members. 22nd of March minutes have been presented as a true reflection of the proceedings of the Portfolio Committee on International Relations on that particular day. Is there any correction we want to make? Amendment to the minutes? We don't seem to be having any. Do we have a mover for adoption?
I move, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Muela, Honorable Mpanza.
Second, Chair, but
Second,
with the caution, Chair, that those who are moving and seconding should be people who are in the meeting.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Sure, Chair.
The third set of minutes, Lubabalo.
Thank you, Chair. We have the 3rd of May, Chair.
The 3rd of May minutes, honorable members, are being presented as a reflection of the true state of the proceedings of the meeting on that particular date. Do we have any member who would like to do amplification changes to the minutes? We don't seem to be having any. Do we have a mover for adoption?
Honorable Mpanza, I move, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mpanza. Who is seconding? Thank you very much, Honorable Nkosi. The 4th set of minutes, Lubabalo.
Thank you, Chair. We have the 9th of May, Chair.
Thank you very much, honorable members. The minutes of the 9th of May 2023 are being presented as a true reflection of the proceedings of the Portfolio Committee on International Relations. Do we have anyone who will want to change anything in the minutes? We don't seem to be having any. Do we have a mover for adoption of the minutes as a true reflection of the proceedings of the Portfolio Committee on a date as indicated?
I move that.
Thank you very much. Do we have a seconder?
I second, Chair, Honorable Mpanza.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mpanza. The 5th set of minutes, honorable members, are the 17th of May 2023 as a true reflection of the proceedings of the Portfolio Committee on International Relations. Do we have a member who would like to make an amendment, make additions or subtractions from the minutes? We don't seem to be having any. Do we have a member moving for the adoption of the minutes as a true reflection of the proceedings of the Portfolio Committee on the date as indicated?
I move, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much. Do we have a seconder?
I second, Chair, Honorable Mpanza.
Thank you, Honorable Mpanza. The next set, Lubabalo.
Thank you, Chair. The next, Chair, is the draft report on the virtual oversight outreach with BRICS Bank officials on projects funded by BRICS Bank in South Africa and SADC in the meeting with the BRICS civil society organizations. This is a report.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, the minutes are presented as a draft of the true reflection of the minutes as presented by Lubabalo. Do we have amendment? None. Do we have a mover for adoption of the minutes?
I move, Chair, but I would prefer that maybe, I don't know, it's not what they normally use. The chairship. Maybe if it can be a chairpersonship. I don't know. Maybe that's the language they use when they're dealing with this. But
thank you very much. Yes, the correct should be chairpersonship. Yeah. A seconder. Honorable Nkosi. Thank you very much, Honorable Nkosi. Lubabalo.
Thank you, Chair. That was the last chair for today, Chair.
Yeah, take us to the next issue, Lubabalo, of the trip.
Okay, Chairperson. No, Chair, the trip, Chairperson. The Office of Ombudsman had requested that the application be amended to reduce the dates from 12 to 7 and reduce the delegation from 11 members to 5. And also from 2 officials to now be reduced to 1 official traveling. So in this case, the members traveling is the chairperson, Honorable Banza, Honorable Gosi, Honorable Chetty, and Honorable Msane, accompanied by Usistina, the content advisor. So the dates as they stand, they are the 17th of June, that's a departure date, returning on the 26th of June. Yes, Chair. That's the update that we have currently, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
And you assure the committee that all other logistics preparations are in order and we will not come across any disappointment.
Chairperson, we are still
If you can
working.
just talk to the co-host, that co-host is, there's noise there. I don't know who is the co-host. Proceed, Luba.
Okay, Chairperson. No, Chair. The logistics, Chair, we are still working on that, Chair. However, Chair, we had submitted the application, Chair, with the view that the members will start in Portugal and then end in Germany. But because of that, there's a waiting period of 6 hours. So now attempts are being made to change it back now to start in Germany and then end in Funchal in Portugal. However, that might have implications of delaying the political application and the financial check, because we have to amend both. If we amend the financial, then we have to amend the political. So I'm in contact with the office of furniture to see how we can best fast track the amendment without compromising on securing the flight tickets and accommodation.
Will that not cause a delay?
It will, Chair, but as I'm saying, Chair, it might, Chairperson. We are trying to.
Yeah, but we can ask the members here. I mean, that 6 hours is at which airport?
I don't know if Sister Dineo can assist. I can't remember, but she went through the flight.
Yeah, rather than risking the possibility of delays on approvals and so on. I don't know, members are here, but I don't see a problem of waiting at an airport for 6 hours. There are many other things we can do in that 6 hours. We wait all the time at OR Tambo. When we are told the flights are delayed and that they are not coming and what. I'm just saying, if you weigh the two, the waiting is better than us having to do an amendment of the application, which may affect the speed at which we need to get approval. Comment? Want to say something?
Sorry, Chair.
Yes, Honorable Mbanza.
Yes, Chair. My network is giving me problems. I think no, your suggestion, Chair, is correct. We rather delay. We rather wait than to delay the whole thing, because we don't know what the delay, the implications of that would be. So let's rather stick to what was submitted originally. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you very much.
Chairperson.
Now it looks like you wanted. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Chairperson. I was going to suggest, Chairperson, that while we hear what the Chairperson and the members are saying, can we maybe perhaps before the end of the day get feedback from Nomakosa as to what would happen? Because what we saw is that besides those connections, which will be, the connections might demand that members be taken out into an airport hotel. For example, when they have to travel back, they wait until the morning in the airport because Dubai connections are a bit, the layoff time is longer. But if it were straight with German airlines, it would be easier. And also in terms of visas, the other airline is taking the members to London and then London to Portugal. So we are looking into all those. So I would really beg that we be given up to end of day today so that we see whether there is a possibility or not.
Yes, there's no problem. Do whatever is possible. But if push comes to, but you can do whatever is possible to do the amendments here.
Yes, Chairperson, we'll take that into consideration, Chairperson.
Yes. The members just be informed that I've asked our colleagues in the staff to prepare packages, look at the properties as raised by the Auditor General and the manner in which the department responded. One of the things we should be having in the package will include the trade agreements we have as South Africa and those countries that we are visiting, the progress made on those particular trade agreements, because the ambassadors will have to report on the agreements, the progress. We must also get whether there are any new initiatives that were entered into between South Africa and the respective countries. So it's just one of the things that I thought we must also attend to and not just focus on immovable assets. You'll recall that there are other matters that relates to the IT and ICT, the supply and distribution of the enabling tools from the department, which is a matter raised by both the Auditor General and the department. So it's one of the things that we'll have to attend to. We must also look at the staff that is working in those embassies, when were they employed, the qualifications. As you remember, part of the problem in the department is some of the staff members, for instance, who are deployed to deal with finance issues, when they don't, some of them even have the qualifications to deal with those issues. So I'm just saying that we should, as members, try and make sure that we attend to some of those particular things. Any other matter that we may want to raise, honorable members? Okay. Lubabalo, is there any other thing you may want to bring to our...
No, Chairperson. Chairperson, any other details? No, Chairperson, except for that, if there are any other details that I need to communicate in relating to the trip, I'll communicate to members directly, Chairperson, the members that are traveling. Thank you, Chairperson.
All right. Okay, honorable members, that's how we come to the end of the meeting today. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the afternoon in the debates, in the votes in the House. Thank you very much and enjoy your afternoon. Samansen.